Coming up on the Sports Desk, football ×5 here in Torrance. I'll get you the highlights and more from all 5 gridirons, plus reporter Brittany Johnson caught up with the Elko cheer squad about the dangers they face each day perfecting their craft. Get ready for a jam-packed show and a whole lot of boob sauce. All of this and plenty more is coming up right now. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new week here on the Sports Desk. I'm your favorite man in a suit. Got you there. You thought I was going to say makeup. Your host, Collin Kushner. Hit me up on Twitter all year long with pics, video, or if you just want to chat about sports, if you give me a shout, I'll put your tweets, pics, and videos on the show. A big thanks to the Greenhouse over at South and the Bishop Montgomery Pep Squad for hanging with me at the football games. Every Friday night, I'll be running around town, so if you see me at the game, I'll come into the stands, we'll take some selfies, and I'll hook you up with some Sports Desk swag. In the world of high school sports, it was a wild week in prep football, all 5 Torrance schools in action. What? It was a crazy one, I might add. My night ended at West, but let's play the backwards game and start the show off with the Warriors. West and Redondo, both schools within just over 1 mile of each other. West has started off the regular season at least 3-0 every season since losing their opening game back in 2011. Both schools undefeated entering this one. West hasn't lost to Redondo since 2012 when West was still a member of the Bay League. Let's pick it up. In the first quarter, no score. West driving. Quarterback Drake Peabody eludes a sack and he throws it up. That gets picked by Redondo. Both teams struggling offensively early. Under a minute to go in the first half. Denver Silver Lake nails the field goal. West up 3-0 at the break. Fourth quarter, same score. 4th down for West. Well, before that, the fans get pumped. 4th down for West. Bad snap. Silver Lake kind of flicks the ball. He can't hang on. Redondo gets the ball in West territory. Ensuing Seahawk drive. Jacob Silvera over the top to Warren Jackson for the touchdown. Redondo up 7-3. West can't get anything going. 14-3 is your final. Redondo's 2 late touchdowns down West. The Seahawks are now 4-0 on the season with 2 of those wins over Torrance schools North and West. The Warriors, they fall to 2-1 overall. That's West's first regular season loss since October 25th, 2013, when they fell to PV. Let's take a look at how good the Warriors have been since that loss on October the 25th. West has won 14 regular season games, only losing 3 in the regular season, with 2 of those losses coming in 2013 and the most recent loss this year to Redondo. Of course, how could we ever forget their back-to-back appearances in the CIF semifinals, where they lost to Hart and the team that handed them their first regular season loss before the Redondo game, Palos Verdes. Pretty impressive stuff, if you ask me. Down south, the Spartans looking to start off their season 3-0 for the 2nd consecutive year. South averaging 40 points in their first 2 games compared to 40.5 last season. I don't think it can get much closer than that. All I do is win, win, win no matter what. Might have to make that South's theme song too. South crushed Rancho Dominguez last year 57-7. If you're reading this, it's game time. That's a great sign. First quarter, no score. Gabe Zuniga in at quarterback for the Spartans. Drops back. Hits Noah Harrison. Harrison zigzags his way for the touchdown. South up 7-0 early. A little later on, same score. Rancho fumbles, and that's going to lead to Zuniga to Tanner Thompson for the touchdown. South up 14-0. Under 3 to go in the first, same score. Rancho turns the ball over on downs. Ensuing drive, Zuniga gets picked. It's going to lead to a Rancho touchdown. South still up. Second quarter, Spartans up 21-6. Gabe Zuniga fakes the handoff all by myself. Woo! Takes off, shakes off a few tackles. Let's take another look. Zuniga, he's going to do like a little 360 spin move. Whoop! Takes off, touchdown. South up 28-6. Under a minute to go in the first half. Things getting out of hand. Same score. Zuniga airs it out. Noah Harrison wide open. Touchdown. South up 35-6 at recess, and they don't look back. 53-27 is your final. South is just 4 points shy of last year's offensive output against Rancho Dominguez. Gabe Zuniga and Noah Harrison tearing it up. Zuniga 7 total TDs, 6 through the air and 1 on the ground. Harrison grabs 5 of Zuniga's 6 touchdown passes. Boom sauce. Here's a little comparison from South in their first 3 games of 2014 compared to their first 3 games of this season. South starting off 3-0 for the second consecutive year. In 2014, the Spartans scored 138 points in their first 3 games. If my math is correct, remember, I'm no mathematician, that's an average of 46 points. This season, they have scored a total of 133 points, 5 less than last year, and allowed 69 points, 21 more than last season. South went on to win their 4th game last year against Carpinteria, and guess what? The Spartans will have a shot to go 4-0 again if they can grab a Week 4 win over the Warriors. Okay, so over in Torrance, I think you all know how much I love saying the Tartars. I get super pumped just saying that, and well, the team they played in Week 3 just cracks me up too. Can you guess who it is? Okay, the Panthers. I love saying both of those. Anyways, the Tartars, well, they've been struggling early on. Torrance trying to avoid their first 0-3 start since 2013. Torrance's blackout game, the student section pumped. Tartars versus the Panthers. It's a battle of the Oz. 4th quarter, Panthers up 13-0. Torrance trying to get something going. Ryan Carroll finds Tyler Mazzulli over the middle. He takes off. He's running. He's brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. Later in the drive, 4th and 9. Pass incomplete, but here comes the flags. Pass interference called against the Panthers. Very next play, Ryan Carroll, Tyler Mazzulli, touchdown. Torrance down 13-7, under 2 to go. Ensuing onside kick, recovered by the Panthers, but the Tartar D, they're gonna come up big late in the 4th quarter. They stop the Panthers and they're forced to punt. Ensuing return, Robert Gutierrez fielding for Torrance. Gutierrez fields the punt. He's going up the right sideline, shakes a tackle, shakes another tackle, stumbles, tight ropes, he could be in the circus, and he looks like he's all the way. Gutierrez in for the score. They're all pumped up, but wait a second. Holding or a penalty is called on the play. Taught a bench, they're pumped, but this one's gonna come all the way back. Flag down at the 13-yard line. Next play, Ryan Carroll. He gets drilled. Toss to Alex Rogers, incomplete. Carroll just absolutely gets crushed on the play. He's going to come out of this one. Tyler Mazzulli in at quarterback now. Mazzulli, he takes off, shakes off the tackle. Woo, lowers the shoulder. Wow, what a play. Mazzulli running and gunning all the way, gets pushed out of bounds. Let's take another look. Mazzulli, whoop, shoulder, boom. Wow, I'm glad I wasn't on that. Next play, Mazzulli, pass, pick. That's your ball game. Torrance 7, Peninsula 13. Wowza, what a game in the Battle of the Oz over at Zamperini. The Tartars fall to the Panthers for the 2nd time in their last 3 meetings. Torrance starts off 0-3 for the first time since 2013. But like I said last week, in 2013, Torrance went on to win 4 of their last 7 games and made it to the 2nd round of the CIF playoffs, where they lost to Nordhoff. Speaking of Nordhoff, that's going to lead me to the North. Saxons, just wait for it. The Saxons have been hashtag killing it since that Week 0 loss to Redondo. Listen, I know I say hashtag killing it a lot on the show, but I mean, it's the best way to describe a team's success. Look it up. If you have a better word for it, hit me up on Twitter, and let's see what you got. Back to sports. Who's ready for story time with Collin Kushner? Get comfy. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Okay. Oh, what a night in early December back in 2012. The Saxons were playing in the CIF championship game against Nordhoff. It was a back-and-forth game until the 4th quarter, when the Rangers put up 10 points and were eventually crowned CIF champs. Since that game, the 2 teams have only played each other once. That was last season. The Rangers won that meeting too. By the time my camera operator got out to this one, it was 49-0, and that's your final. All-purpose stud Mike Juarez has 6 total touchdowns, 3 passing and 3 rushing in the first half. Fellow senior Justin Allman has 99 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns of his own, thanks to his buddy Juarez. That's back-to-back shutouts for the Saxons as they improved to 3-1 on the season. Let's hear what Coach Croce had to say about his team.
First drive, first series, we made some mistakes, but after that it was just kids flying around on defense and playing some solid football. So a few things to clean up for sure, but some individual efforts that were really impressive.
Who is ready for hashtag killing it? Since North's season opening loss to Redondo, they have scored 137 points in the 3 games since and have allowed just 14 points with a side of 2 shutout wins. Senior all-purpose stud Mike Juarez has accounted for 17 touchdowns, 17 total touchdowns in that span. What? Not even kidding. Yeah, I know. Literally, Madden 2015-like numbers. Now, over at Bishop, last show's theme for the black and gold was DJ Khaled's All I Do Is Win, 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 no matter what. Not gonna lie, I played that song during the break-in the rest of the week. Anyways, the Knights have been crushing it. Did you see what I did there? Instead of killing it, I'd have crush. Figured I'd switch things up for you. Now, the crazy stat I gave you last week was the last 2 times the Knights have started off 3-0, they went on to lose that 4th game. Could that ominous, 4th game get the Knights, and could history be repeated? The Knights lost to the Eagles in their last meeting 37-6. First quarter, no score. First drive for Bishop. Anthony Beza keeps the pile going. In for the score. Knights up 7-0. Second quarter, Gundo up 14-7. Brendan Marafino gets picked off. That eventually leads to an Eagle touchdown. You'll see in just a second here. Marafino is actually going to make this tackle. Tries to strip the ball. And same with the rest of the Bishop team. Some shoving and extracurricular flags flying. This one's going to come back. But like I said earlier, this is going to lead to the Eagles touchdown. Same quarter, Bishop down 21-7. Third down for the Knights. Marafino looks picked off by Shaman Moore. Marafino's second pick of the game. A few plays later, Taizi, who had a monster game for El Segundo, takes the carry, and he's off. Stumbles into the end zone. Gundo up 28-7. Later in the second, same score. Bishop pushes the pile in for the touchdown. They cut the deficit to 14, but El Segundo hangs on to win this one 42-30. The Knights dropped their first game of 2015. It's that ominous 4th game I've been telling you about since Ed Hotchkiss took over as head coach back in 2010. The Knights have lost all 4 of their meetings against the Eagles. It's Bishop's 3rd time since 2012 that they have started off 3-0 and lost their 4th game. Back-to-back years against the North Saxons, and this season to El Segundo. All right, everybody, it's time for a boom sauce break. When we come back, I'll get you caught up from volleyball courts all across town and all of your other prep news. Don't even think about getting off the couch.
Did you find it? Elbows up.
We taught him how to hit a baseball.
Just like that. Set high!
How to hit a receiver.
Nice.
The strike zone. The net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 Wonders of the World.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
You're watching SportsDesk with Collin Kushner.
From the 43.
Welcome back, everybody. Big thanks to @Matt_Dietrich and the rest of the greenhouse for showing the Sports Desk some love. You all are awesome. I can't wait to hang with you the rest of the year. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram. That's the Sports Desk TV for any cool pics and video from your South Bay sports scene and an inside look at the show. Speaking of the Green Squad, South Volleyball with a big home test against the other team, that other green team, I should say, Miracosta, in their home opener. South has dropped their last 2 matches with the Mustangs since 2011. The Tunnel of Fun, that actually does look like a lot of fun. The girls getting ready, getting their cheer on too. First set, South down by 4. Kristen Fritsch sets Lauren Walsh with the finish. South down by 3 later in the first set. South down 11-7. Renee Bryden with the huge block. South down by 3, but can't come back. They dropped set 1, 25-21. Coach chatting with his team, getting ready for the second set. Coast up 19-14. Hadley Clegg point South, but the Spartans can't catch up. Costa takes set 2, 25-19, and set 3, 25-17 for the sweep of the Spartans. South still can't figure out the Mustangs. The Spartans are now winless in the 3 matches played against the Stangs since 2011. South participating in the Durango Classic over in hot Las Vegas. The Spartans sweep Faith Lutheran in the quarterfinals, only to fall to Independence in the semis and Buchanan in the 3rd place match. Meanwhile, over in Night Country, Bishop has played Redondo Union 6 times since 2009. This according to Max Preps. The Knights have won only once out of those 6 meetings. That win was in 2009, when most of you were probably jamming out to Lady Gaga's Poker Face. The Knights have been swept 4 of the last 6 meetings with the Redondo Seahawks. They're getting pumped up, as they should be before their game. Let's pick it up in the first set. Bishop up 1-0. Madison Reynolds in City Hall team up for the Bluke. Knights up 2-0 early in the first set. Later in the first, Redondo and Bishop exchanging blows. Reynolds and City Hall again team up. It's like the Great Wall of China. Bishop up 12-10. A few plays later, the Knights up by a point. Redondo capitalizes on the serve. We were all tied at 13. This would be the turning point in the match. Redondo in the driver's seat up by 3. Jessica Cito diving play over, and that's going to be a Bishop point. Let's take another look. Jessica Cito, full extension. You're going to see that as one of my sauciest plays of the month. Redondo hangs on to win the set 25-21 and takes the second and third, sweeping the Knights. Bishop's kryptonite is still the Seahawks, as they have now been swept 5 of their last 6 meetings with Redondo. However, the Knights get back on track at the South Bay Classic, grabbing the big dub over Mayfield in the finals. Jessica Cito, who had that saucy play in the Redondo match, takes home tournament MVP honors, and Jillian Miles and Tiffany Phillips both grab all tournament team honors. Speaking of the girls, here's a nice pick after their big dub over Mayfield in the finals, courtesy of Eric Wood. Now, in cross-country news, once upon a time, I was running for the Woodbridge Warriors cross-country team. Not because I loved running, but so I could get PE credit. The year was 2005. I ran in my first ever Woodbridge Invitational meet. I took 368th place out of 417th. I'll let that sink in for a second. Anyways, the 35th annual Woodbridge Classic was in full swing at the Great Park in my hometown of Irvine, California. West runners Yusuf Abadur and Carson Bix helped lead the Warrior boys to a 13th place finish. Over on the girls' side, South's Grace Katina and Christine Nesbitt helped guide the Spartans finish in 31st. Big props to everyone from Torrance who competed in the Woodbridge Invitational. Grab your racket. It's time for some prep tennis. The South girls defeat Bishop Montgomery. West falls to Palos Verdes and Long Beach Poly, and Torrance cruises past Linwood. All right, everybody, when we come back, it's JUCO time. I'll get you caught up with all things Elko. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
You're watching the Sports Desk with Collin Kushner. Boom sauce! Go Knights!
Welcome back, everybody. Bishop Cheer and the Knight mascot himself. Woo-wee! Thanks for the shout out. Boom sauce. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram all year long for anything and everything going down right here in the South Bay. Elko football back in action. Here's some impressive or not so impressive stats from their last game against the Yard Pirates. Both teams combined for 117 points. Over 1,400 yards of offense between both squads, according to the Southern California Football Association. And the final amazing stat, drum roll, 15 touchdowns between both squads. Last year, the Warriors followed up their heartbreaking loss to the Yard Pirates with a dub against Saddleback. The Warriors back up against the Gauchos in their third game of the season. Elko football took down Saddleback in last year's duel, 40-23. The old coin flip, heads or tails, I don't know. First quarter, Elko down 3-0. George Hernandez takes off for a 72-yard TD run. Elko up 7-0. Second quarter, 7-3 Warriors. Saddleback quarterback Johnny Stanton hits Dominic Collins. Collins, great last name, just without the S. Collin, he's off to the races. That's a touchdown, 93 yards. They missed the XP. Gauchos up 9-7. They would score 19 points in the second quarter to the second half. Late third quarter, Saddleback up 32-10. Stanton hits Alexander Copeland for the 4-yard TD. The Elko offense indeed can't get any rhythm. Saddleback goes on to win 42-17. Elko's loss to Saddleback extends their skid to 2 games. The Warriors have given up over 100 points in their back-to-back losses. Staying on the topic of El Camino College football, former Warrior and North Saxon Devontae Jenkins falls just 1 reception shy of Southern Connecticut State's single-game reception record. In the loss to Bentley, Jenkins finishes with 11 receptions, like I said before, over 100 yards receiving, and, of course, a little touchdown action. Adding to his already growing resume, Mr. Jenkins has been named to the Northeast 10 Conference Weekly Honor Roll for the 2nd time this season. Boom sauce. The Owls, though, struggling. They are still searching for their first win of the season. Let's go indoors on the volleyball court. The Elko women's volleyball squad has been on fire! In their 11 matches played so far, Elko has won 9 of them and has swept their opponents 6 of those 9 wins. Elko hasn't won a match against Cyprus since 2013. Let's pick it up in the third set. Elko up 2-0. Nina Wire sets to Julie Yandel for the point. Elko up 16-7. A few plays later, 69 Warriors. Kezia Boyer slams this off the Cyprus player. Elko up by 8. A little later on, Warriors up 20-14. Nikisha Williams with the kill. She finishes the evening with 10 of those. Elko up 21-14, and they don't look back. taking the set 25-20 in a sweep over Cyprus. The sweep gives Elko 7 on the season so far, plus the Warriors were able to snap their skid against the Chargers. Last year, Elko lost to Cyprus in the Cerritos tourney finals and in their following match. This year, yeah, totally different. Elko fell to Cyprus in the Cerritos tournament championship game, but sweeps them in their next meeting. Now, when you think of the most dangerous sports in America, what do you think of? Football, hockey, boxing, rugby? Well, according to the top10s.com, cheerleading is ranked the 3rd most dangerous sport, ahead of football, hockey, boxing, and rugby. Each of those sports aren't even in the top 5. Reporter Brittany Johnson had a chance to catch up with the Elko cheer team and the dangers they face each day.
Right now, there's a group of elite athletes practicing right behind me, the El Camino football team. But today, we're going to check out another group of athletes that don't get very much respect.
It's really disappointing when we're in practice sweating buckets. Like last week, I was out because I got a concussion. And so we're dealing with all this, and then we're getting told that what we're doing isn't a sport.
They only see the finished product. They only see us holding sparkly pom-poms with bows in our hair. They don't see all the work that goes behind it.
And if you haven't figured it out yet, the sport is cheer, and the El Camino cheer team is here to prove they are indeed athletes.
Competition season was when it gets really serious for us. Football season's just like play. Once competition season comes around the corner, it's all set.
At a competition, it's just about us. We're trying to win for ourselves and to show people what we're made of.
The trophies are a testament of all the hard work this program puts in.
Learning our dances and getting our jumps exactly right, and getting our tumbling, our back handsprings, getting our stunts, our full-ups, and everything. They don't see the work that goes into that. They just see us lifting up some girl and they go, oh, I can do that. No, you can't.
Sometimes my coach has us run around the track, and then at each corner we have to do a workout, like 25 crunches at one or 25 push-ups at another. It's a lot of squats, a lot of jumps, and a lot of stretching. We have to be really flexible to be a cheerleader.
Besides proving they are exceptional athletes, a recent study found that girls who participate in cheerleading gain lifelong skills that can help them excel in the work field.
I think it's taught me great leadership skills. This year, me and my friends in yellow, we were announced captains for this year, so I think that'll look great on job applications.
We learn how to work with everyone around us, and we learn how to actually encourage people as well. That's part of our job.
For the Sports Desk, I'm Brittany Johnson.
Thanks for that story, Brittany. All right, Sports Desk viewers, it's time to hit me up on Twitter with pics, video, or if you just want to chat about sports, I'll hit you back. Plus, I'll put your tweets on the show and give you a shout out. Remember, in order to make the show, you have to hit me up. All right, everybody, that's going to close the books on another week here on the Sports Desk. As always, we are available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you just feel like saying hi, you can do that as well. For those of you celebrating the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur, I wish you an easy fast. Take it easy, Torrance. We'll catch you next time. What's up, everybody?